Welcome back to Weird Stuff in a Can. Today's Weird Stuff in a Can is Sizzling Sisig. Okay, this is a can of Sizzling Sisig, or Sisig, I don't know how to pronounce it actually, so someone let me know in the comments. I bought this at a website called Taste of the Orient for £2. It's a Filipino dish, and it's made from, well, in this case, pork, chicken, beef and vegetables. It's a kind of a fry-up. And I believe traditionally it's got offal in there and brains and all kinds of interesting stuff. This is probably a slightly sanitized version. The ingredients are pork meat, beef, chicken, onion, dried vegetables, which is carrot, parsley, parsnip, onion, leek, and then salt and spices. So it's a kind of a hash type of thing, but chopped up meats. So there we go. Yeah, Filipino dish, apparently very popular in the Philippines. And there's even a festival for it, I believe. Let's have a look. So, yeah, it's like a potted meat almost, actually. I can see recognisable chunks of meat in there and various slightly less recognisable things. Let's have a sniff. Okay, it reminds me of that beef with buckwheat that we had, the Russian beef with buckwheat. So it's got a really strong oniony canned meat sort of aroma to it. But it smells quite nice. It smells really deeply savoury and oniony and meaty. I imagine a lot of people are going to say it looks like dog food. I guess that's because meat in a can is going to look like dog food, isn't it? Let's have a little taste. It's meant to be heated up, and it will be heated up, but let's have a little taste of it cold, because that's what we always do. So, there we go. Okay. Well, that's interesting, because it tastes quite fruity, and I didn't see on the ingredients, but apparently this is often dressed with calamansi juice, which is like a small citrus fruit. We call it calamondin orange, I believe. That's very, very sour and very citrusy. It's got a fruity taste, but I didn't see anything. Well, I suppose that might come under spices. Who knows? Anyway, enough talk. This is supposed to be fried up with onions and hot peppers and then dressed with calamansi juice. I don't have calamansi juice, so I'm going to use a mixture of lemon and orange. And it's meant to be served in a dish sizzling, so I'll try and organise that as well. Back in a moment. So we'll get the pan nice and hot. And I don't have any long peppers, so I'm just going to have to use a Scotch bonnet in there. Just happen to have some Scotch bonnets in, so I'm going to chop up some of that and put it in there, and some fresh onion. Right, so in with the can of Sisig, in with about half a Scotch bonnet, chopped fairly small. Okay, I'm just going to let that sizzle for a bit, and then we'll head back to the studio and give it a taste. Okay, right, we're back from the kitchen, but it's almost stopped sizzling now. That can't be right. So, improvised cooking setup here. We're going to get it sizzling again, so that we can enjoy it in as close to authentic style as possible. Now, I don't know what this is normally served with. I don't know whether this would be normally served with rice or bread or something, potatoes, I don't really know. But I'm just going to try it on its own today, at least for now. Right, there we go. Well, that's sizzling in the dish. And as I say, it would normally be dressed with calamansi, which is a very small sour citrus fruit. I don't have any of that, so I'm going to have a squeeze of lemon. and a squeeze of orange, which hopefully will approximate those flavours. And there we go. I think that's probably sizzling enough. Time for tasting. Right, how are we going to do this? Okay, well, let's tuck in. Get a bit of everything on the spoon there, and away we go. So that's what it looks like. Kind of just a mixture of different meats in a kind of gravy with onions. Huh. Hot. It's good. And do you know what? The citrus. Be careful there, I've got a pip. Let's just get that out of the way. The citrus over the top really lifts it. So yeah, it's almost like a sort of pork goulash, I suppose. Really good. Those peppers are quite hot. So that's really nice. There's almost nothing to dislike in this. I have a feeling that I'm eating the kind of sanitized version of it here, because this is just pork meat with chicken and beef, I think it was. And I think probably the authentic thing has got a few more stranger ingredients or more unusual ingredients, like bits of offal and various cuts from the head of the pig and all that sort of thing. So I think this is probably like the tamed down version of it. And obviously it's going to be a pale imitation of the thing when it's cooked fresh, but this is quite tasty. The meat, as you would expect from a tinned meat product, is just flaky and tender. Very good. So there we go, that was Lady's Choice Sizzling Sisig. Weird stuff in a can on atomic shrimp. But remember, everything that's weird in one place is normal in another. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.